It is the news as it is.
On the highlights this afternoon, Easter celebrations, Professor Odo felicitates the good people of Rivers State. Easter festivities, Rivers State Police Command strengthens security, reassures residents, plus federal government vow to clamp down on adulterated fuel dealers. Good afternoon and welcome to Rstv News at 3. I am Catherine Ago. Rivers State is the treasure base of the nation. Let's build and take it to greater heights. This is the task we must accomplish. You can watch our news live on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at RSTVPH. You can subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. Details of the news. Rivers State Deputy Governor Professor Ngozi Odu has felicitated with the good people of Rivers State on the celebration of the death and resurrection of Lord Jesus Christ. In her goodwill message from the Government House, Professor Odu on Saturday noted that Easter demonstrates the immeasurable love of God for mankind. She described the season as a great opportunity for all people to reconcile with their Creator following the fall of man in the Garden of Eden. The Deputy Governor urged Christians faithful to show love to one another by promoting peaceful coexistence within their communities. She also implored them to celebrate Easter with decorum and a deep sense of reflection. Professor Odu wished the Governor of Rivers State, Sesimnelai Fubara, family and residents a happy Easter celebration. Chairman, Nigeria Union of Journalists, Rivers State Council, Comrade Paul Bazia, and other journalists who witnessed the induction ceremony of the acting general manager of Rivers State Television, Ambassador Paul Dambo, as an ambassador of peace, have described the award as an honor well deserved. They were speaking shortly after the induction by the United World Congress of Diplomats to mark the 2026 International Day of Happiness in Port Harcourt. Namdi Olimini reports.
Comrade Bazia commended the United World Congress of Diplomats for the induction of the acting general manager of Rivers State Television, Ambassador Paul Dambo, as not misplaced but thoughtful. He urged him to see the recognition and honor as a call to higher service to God and humanity.
He said the reward for hard work is more work. And I know that with that award, it will also increase his service to humanity. The essence of the award is to encourage him to begin to do service to humanity. And I know that him that belongs to the household of God, he will continue to do that, continue to live an exemplary life, to continue to make people happy. So once again, on behalf of the over 400 journalists in Rivers State, we want to congratulate him. And I think that it will be a springboard for most people to begin to do some of the things that he's doing.
Other journalists who also reacted to the induction congratulated the AGM and called on staff of Rivers State Television to support him implement ongoing efforts to rebrand and reposition the station to function better.
Where he is now acting general manager, we can see a little turnaround in terms of training of staff there. I think there is a little improvement, and you will know that the man really deserves such award because he is a contributor to peace in the society, even in NUJ and even in the church.
A person like Paul Dambo is somebody who has grown in the ranks of media activities, administratively, reportage, and all circles of media work. And if today he is the acting general manager of Rstv, for me, I felt the acting is still a coin of what is supposed to be. So it is a welcome development, and I'm even using this opportunity to appeal to the state government to do something more better. I am aware that Rstv in the past is not the Rstv of today. There is more standard, there is more professional reportage in Rstv today than yesterday. And therefore, I am appealing that they should do something more better by removing the acting and making a substantive general manager.
Ambassador Dambo was considered for the award as a global diplomat not only for his service to God and humanity, but for his contribution to societal growth as a public servant and his positive impact in the lives of people. His humanitarian and professional activities and dealings with people is in line with the theme of this year's International Day of Happiness, Celebration, Caring and Sharing, making the recognition and award well deserved. Addressing journalists shortly after receiving the award, Ambassador Dambo commended the group for the honor done him, which according to him will spur him to continue to put smiles in the faces of people wherever he finds himself. He said since assumption of office as the acting general manager of Rivers State Television, he has initiated projects and programs aimed at revamping and rebranding the station to deliver its statutory obligations and boost the morale of workers. Ambassador Dambo expressed readiness of the station to collaborate with the United World Congress of Diplomats and other organizations to publicize programs that will bring happiness to the people and engender a peaceful and varied society.
I feel elated. It's something I never solicited for. And it is also unique because it's coming at a time when Rstv is rebranding, and I'm impressed with what has been done today. The honor done me is actually a demonstration of my commitment in the little work I'm doing in my own corners. So I thank God for it, and it will give me further impetus to do more.
This is a large platform and there are lots of collaborations that would happen. So we're eager to deepen the activities of today and reach out and make sure that we give full value to the opportunity that has been given to us.
The acting general manager was among persons inducted as global diplomats by the United World Congress of Diplomats. Nnamdi Olimini, Rstv News.
Congratulations once again to our acting general manager. Commencement of the recruitment of primary and secondary school teachers in the state has been commended. Chairman, Nigeria Union of Journalists, Rivers State Council, Comrade Paul Bazia, made the commendation during an emergency meeting of the union. Again, Nnamdi Olimini reports.
Comrade Bazia made the commendation as part of resolutions reached by members at the end of an emergency meeting of the union. He hailed the decision of Rivers State government as the right step in the right direction, given the shortage of teachers, which has adversely affected the education sector, particularly at the primary and secondary school levels. According to him, the gesture is a direct response to the pulse, yearning and desires of Rivers people.
The Congress also took the decision to also commend the Rivers State government, ably led by His Excellency Sasimila Fubara, for the invitation to recruit teachers into our primary and secondary schools like we had been advised before.
The NUJ chairman also reminded Rivers State government to also embark on repairs of infrastructure at primary and secondary schools in the state, which according to him has been in a deplorable condition. He however appealed to the people and residents of the state to reciprocate by supporting the Governor Siminalayi Fubara-led administration to succeed.
We are also encouraging him now to take critical steps to ensure that the physical infrastructure, the schools are renovated to create a conducive atmosphere for teaching and learning.
Nnamdi Olimini, Rstv News.
Rivers State Commissioner of Police, CP Olugbenga Adepoju, has informed the public of the robust security measures put in place to ensure a peaceful, safe and seamless Easter celebration across the state. The statement by the Police Public Relations Officer, CSP Grace Iringe Koko, said in line with the directive, the command has in place adequate security arrangements, including the strategic deployment of personnel to churches, recreational centers, major highways, motor parks and other vulnerable points. The statement added that Area command, tactical teams and divisions have been fully mobilized to forestall criminal activities and ensure prompt response to any security threats. The Commissioner of Police hereby assures residents and visitors steadfast commitment to the protection of lives and property. He enjoined members of the public to remain vigilant, conduct themselves lawfully and cooperate with security agencies by providing timely and credible information. The Commissioner of Police further cautions all individuals with criminal intent to desist forthwith, as any person found engaging in unlawful acts will be apprehended and prosecuted in accordance with extant laws. The Rivers State Police Command extends best wishes to all residents for a peaceful and secure Easter celebration. Rivers State is the treasure base of the nation. Let's build and take it to greater heights. It is a task we must accomplish. Remember, you can watch our news live on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at Rstv. You can also subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. Still to come, Russian and Egyptian foreign ministers hold talks in Moscow, and in sports, Nigeria's tumbling world relay ticket. These and more after the break. Stay tuned.
Rstv Television, the treasured station.
From the creeks of the capital, we tell the stories.
My name is Gospower Anele, reporting for Rstv Television.
Areas of agriculture, education, infrastructure.
And the people who are concerned are actually calling for government intervention.
Stakeholders believe state police could alleviate the burden of federal police.
From Rivers State to the world, we keep you connected. Stories gathered, facts verified, truth delivered.
At Rstv, not only do we offer you authentic coverage, we offer the premium value, and our prices you can trust are fair and affordable.
Here in Rstv, our audience is our priority, our integrity, our pride.
Your stories told with truth and passion. That's Rstv Television. Stay with us.
You're welcome back. Moving on, the federal government, through its Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority (NMDPR), has vowed to clamp down on filling stations selling adulterated and substandard petroleum products across the country. The regulator disclosed that it has commenced routine random sampling inspections as part of a systematic quality certification process aimed at ensuring petroleum products sold in Nigeria comply with approved standards. The move, it said, is designed to protect consumers and guarantee their right to quality fuel. The manager of the authority, Laboratory Services and Industrial Chemicals Department, Aminu Abubakar, who visited various filling stations to collect petroleum sample for on-the-spot testing, said the inspections were part of the agency's ongoing quality assurance mandate covering the entire supply chain. He noted that Nigerians were entitled to receive petroleum products that meet required specifications and that the authority would enforce compliance. Abubakar added that the agency would not allow consumers to be sold substandard fuel and urged members of the public to report any suspected cases to the authority. In another development, the authority chief executive Saidu Mohammed reaffirmed the authority's commitment to strengthening regulatory efficiency and supporting a fair and transparent downstream sector. The Director of Expenditure Social at the Budget Office of the Federation, Yusuf Kurawas, has said Nigeria is currently grappling with fiscal challenges, but assured that ongoing economic reforms by the federal government are beginning to yield positive results. Kurawas stated this while speaking with journalists in Kano, noting that the country's economic situation reflects broader global trend where many nations are facing similar financial constraints. He He, however, appealed to Nigerians to remain patient, expressing confidence that the reforms initiated by President Bola Tinubu would gradually stabilize the economy. Addressing concerns over continued government borrowing despite the removal of fuel subsidy, Kurawa explained that borrowing is a common global economic practice and should not necessarily be viewed negatively. He reiterated that the federal government remained committed to prudent financial management, adding that measures are being implemented to ensure economic stability and sustainable growth. The Nigeria Labour Congress has directed workers in states that have not fully implemented the 2024 National Minimum Wage Act to observe May Day 2026 on the streets, suspending all indoor and official celebrations. In a statement signed by its General Secretary Emmanuel Ubwaja, the union condemned several state governments for failing to implement key provisions of the act, including consequential adjustments for senior workers, regular and timely payment of the new wage, and extended coverage to local government staff, primary school teachers, and health workers. The NLC described these violations as not only a breach of the law, but also an assault on the dignity of Nigerian workers. President Bola Tinubu had signed the new minimum wage bill into law on July 29, 2024, raising the minimum wage from 30,000 naira to 70,000 naira. However, many states have yet to comply fully with the new wage. The NLC directed its councils in non-compliant states to ensure that no May Day ceremonies are held in government houses, banquet halls, or any enclosed venues hosted or in collaboration with defaulting state governments. And on the foreign scene, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has held talks with the Egyptian counterpart Badi Abdelati in Moscow. The ministers discussed bilateral relations as well as the international agenda, particularly the situation in the Middle East. The Russian minister also noted that the draft resolution submitted by Bahrain regarding the Strait of Hormuz, currently under discussion by the United Nations Security Council, could either derail possible negotiations or be used as retroactively legitimize the aggression against Iran. On his part, Abdelati stressed the importance of negotiations, saying that the world and the region are losing. And in sports, Team Nigeria's hopes of securing extended qualification for the 2026 World Relays have suffered significant setback at the Botswana National Trials, with disappointment in both the men's and women's 4x100 meters relay events. Leading throughout the race, the women's 4x100 meters team failed to complete a baton exchange, resulting in a do-no finish at the Botswana Athletics National Championship in Gaborone, while the men's 4x100 meters team delivered a strong performance in the final, crossing the line in 39 minutes 15 seconds to beat host nation Botswana in Final A. Despite the victory, the quartet fell short of the 38 minutes 73 seconds benchmark required to make the top 24 in the world rankings, registering only 41st globally. These setbacks leave Nigeria with qualification in just 3 of the 6 relay disciplines. With Botswana National Championships continuing on Saturday, Nigeria will have no further relay races until the final day on Sunday, when they will make a final attempt in the 4x100 meters event, as this represents their last realistic opportunity to achieve World Relays qualification. Rivers State is the treasure base of the nation. Let's build and take it to greater heights. It is a task we must accomplish. That's our news at 3. I am Catherine Ago. Thanks for watching and have a beautiful weekend.